Welcome back to Code It. I'm back from a little holiday, so I'm ready to go. So today we're going to create a tool so you know when your dog was last taken for a walk. Let's go out. So we're going to use this button from Nexa. This is not an endorsement, I bought this myself. And we're going to use this TelldusCenter Duo, which is a radio receiver and a radio transmitter. You've probably seen these in my latest videos. Of course we need a computer and some knowledge in JavaScript. So how this is going to work out is we're going to place this button beside the door, indoor of course. And every time you press this button, it will send a signal to the TelldusCenter Duo, which then saves down when the dog was taken for a walk. So we can set some settings. If the dog haven't been outside for like 4 hours, you will get a push notification to your phone that says, hey, you gotta go out with your dog, don't forget. And we can also set a setting, if your dog haven't been out since 9 o'clock on the morning, it will send a push notification to you so you can go out with it. So I think this is a great tool and I think you will get a good use of it. So let's start building this.
So let's start by declaring our variables. We're going to use express, and we're going to use Teldus, the package for talking with the TelldusCenter Duo, and we're going to use request for sending our request, our HTTP request. Let me see if I can spell require. There we go. And request. And now let's start by declaring our app by just calling express. And now we need a variable to array to store our walks we have made. And we're going to set the time between in hours. For example, I want to go out with my dog every 3 hours. We need a variable to store the time that we want to take out our dog the first thing in the morning. So start time equals new date, and we need to set how many times we are going to take the dog for a walk. Time per day, caps lock, equals 4. So I want to go out with my dog 4 times a day. So, and now let's declare the time we want to go out with the dog the first time on a day. So start time, set hours. I want to go out 09 in the morning. Start time, set minutes, and 00. So 09 in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning of course. So we're going to listen on the port 3000 with our Express app. And now we're going to declare a listener so we can listen on the frequency using the TelldusCenter. So Teldus.add device event listener and function with parameters device ID and status. I have another video how you can get started with the Teldus software, the TelldusCenter software. But I will leave this in the description so you can go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. So if device ID is equal to 12, my push button have the device ID of 12. And yeah, we need to set another variable because we do not want it to spam. When you work with the transmitters like push buttons and motion sensors and etc. They have a tendency to send multiple frequencies. So I only want it to be pressed once. So if pressed is equals to false, and we need to declare our variables up here. Pressed equals false, and we need to set back to true after a minute, we can say. So times 60. We set it back, pressed equals true. I mean false. Because we're going to set it to true when it got pressed. There we go. Now we want to store that we have taken the dog for a walk. So walks.push new date. There we go. And if walks.length is equals to time per day, we're going to set up a push function because we want to notify the dog owners via push message to their phones. So function push, and we need a message. We're going to declare this later on. Let's go ahead and type push. So you can get a notification every time you have been out with your dog, the times you need to go out with your dog. Go ahead and start with our interval, because we need to have something to check if we haven't been out with the dog in 3 hours or before 9 o'clock in the morning. So we do that by setting our interval function. We're going to have it to step every minute, and we need to have a variable that's going to store the current time of every step. So let's start by check if we have taken the dog for a walk on the current day. So walks length equals 0 if we haven't been out with the dog, and if start time is greater than current time. Then we're going to send a push message. There we go. And else, if we have been out with the dog, we need to check if it have been more than 3 hours. So we do that by taking out the latest walk in our array. And there we have our latest walk in a new date object. And we need to compare it with a time. So compare time equals latest walk dot set hours, and we get the latest walk dot get hours plus our time between. So we add our time between to the latest walk, so we then can compare it with the current time. So if current time is, there we go, is equal or greater than compare time, we're going to send a push. You haven't been out with the dog for too long. Now we have our interval. We can go ahead and start resetting our walk array, because we need to reset it every day, so we know that the walks we have taken the dog for is on the current day. So first walk equals new date. So we get walks.length -1, so we get the first walk again. Current time dot get day greater than first walk, and we can send a push message. So The only thing we need to do now is create our request so we can send a push message. So we're going to send a post to https://api.pushover, and our function, our return function, will be an error message and a response code and body. And we need to send some data over with an object with a token and the user and the device you want to send it to. So in this case I'm going to send it to my Samsung, and we want to set a title. Let's call it Dougie. And we're going to set a message which we declared in our function variable. Then let's check if we not get an error and check if the response code is valid. Return true, else we just return false. I haven't made any check if we got an error. Now you can go and register on pushover.net, and this is not an endorsement. I do not get paid by showing you guys this. So you go and register and you fetch your token down. Here you just go and you sign up. Each free for like a couple of days. Then you need to pay like $5 or something to have it for 1 month. So it's not that expensive.
So hopefully you got use of this tool. I'm soon going to release a platform so you can just copy and paste your code into it and let it run. And this will be available on the Raspberry Pi, on any Linux servers. Yeah, more information about that coming soon. So until next time, leave a like and comment below what you think I should do next.